Before we get this episode started, and this is a great episode. It's going to be a 2-part episode. I wanted to let all our listeners know and all the DJs know I will be making a trip out to Mexico City at the top of January. I'm going to be visiting family. No. My brother will be out in Mexico City. His girlfriend is from Mexico City. If there's any DJs that want to link up and connect, I'd love to see the scene out there. And if you guys have any suggestions or, things that I should check out or spots I should check out, just let me know. I'm going to try to capture as much as I can because I think we're going to put together a little vlog series for the R.O.A.D podcast YouTube. Yeah. We're going to test it out. So I'm going to test it out in Mexico City, and I'm going to see how it goes. But any of y'all motherfuckers in Mexico City, please, hit me up, DM me, and, we'll go from there. I'm excited to see the scene. I'm excited to meet all these DJs and see what's out there. Hey, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast presented by DJ City and Beat Source. I'm one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. We got DJ Never here.
Yo, what up?
We got DJ D Miles.
What's good?
We got Jamie the Great.
Yep.
And we got a very, very special guest, perfect for the holidays. He's very famous in New York, right?
That's right.
He's very famous in New York. He's one of our favorite DJs, ever. I grew up with him. Me and Never grew up with him on Hot 97. Mm-hmm. He's responsible for breaking and making some of the most important records in hip-hop, R&B, dancehall, and reggaeton. Am I gassing you up right now?
No, you're saying truth. Truthful facts you're saying.
The first hip-hop podcast, don't forget about that.
Yeah, he's responsible for the first hip-hop podcast. My inspiration for this podcast.
Yep.
One of my inspirations.
The first DJ to play Rihanna.
Right.
That's a great day for me.
Keep going.
This is perfect for me. I love this.
He's one of our favorite comedians.
Yes,
too,
sir.
Right?
I switched it up because I was disgraced. I'm a disgraced radio personality and I had to find another job. So now I do stand-up comedy.
And more importantly, he's one of our favorite people in the world. I love this dude.
Thank you, man.
Great motherfucker, man.
I'm 3 times on this show.
3 times.
Anybody else? You have multiple?
I don't think so.
I think it's you and Moma.
Yeah.
You and Moma.
Okay.
The last time
maybe Eddie McDonald also. He's been on a few
He's been on
all East Coast dudes.
The last time he caused World War III for this podcast.
Right.
That was amazing.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
He got Nigeria. The whole country of Nigeria was mad at us.
I'm not staying for the whole show. I'm only here to tell y'all I don't fuck with y'all. You almost got me killed.
Hey, but we have the legendary Cipha sounds in the building. Cipha sounds. What's good, sir?
You almost got me murdered last time I was here.
You got yourself murdered.
No. Let me tell y'all something. Last time I was here, I said something about Afro beats and
you said something about
WizKid,
and he will never be.
They try to make WizKid be like the Sean Paul of Afro beats, and he's not even close to what Sean Paul was doing.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. The longer conversation and then the snippet that went out on Instagram was 2 different things. But then one day, Cricket called me. He's like, "Yo, are you seeing all these Nigerians?" I go, "You got to elaborate because that sounds like a crazy sentence." And then I go online. Matter of fact, it was holiday time.
Was it?
Yeah, because the reason why I remember because I was home by myself and it was one of those nights I was home by myself. I was like, I'm going to vacuum behind the bed. You know what I mean? I moved the bed and I was vacuuming behind it because I was like, nobody's here. And then I look on my Instagram and it's just Nigerians threatening to murder me and kill your father dead. It was crazy. So I took a snippet and it basically sounded like I was saying Afro beats will never work and there's no hot Afrobeat artists. Well, which is not what I said.
They thought you were saying that WizKid ain't shit compared to Sean Paul.
No,
that's what they took away from them.
Yeah, I know. But you know what's funny though?
But this is what you were trying to say is that you were trying to say that WizKid doesn't have the crossover.
No. At the time, I was saying. God, why are we back on this?
You're gonna start this shit all over again, man.
No, I was just saying at the time. Well, now you can't even say it because Afrobeats is number one.
This was 2019, so you could say it then.
It was. I said the music is bigger than it having a star, right? Because I remember dancehall was one of my favorite types of music, and then when Sean Paul came out, he was like the star that popped it. Make it go crossover.
Yeah.
So at the time. When we did the interview, there was no Afrobeat star to make it go crossover. There was Afrobeat stars, of course, in the Afrobeat world, but then not to make it go crossover. But now it's like the poppiest music. It's everywhere. Yeah. But the guy, did I ever tell you what happened with that? Because then I went on Instagram.
Well, one dude went on Instagram and he was like, he was going at you.
Yeah.
He was like the voice for.
Yeah. So that guy, for one, I went on Instagram and I was like, yo, y'all don't know what y'all talk about. Y'all Nigerians are bugging right now. I've been playing Afrobeats since 2012.
Yeah.
And we had this conversation in 2019.
Yeah.
And I broke out my laptop and I started showing date added of all these Afrobeats records.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I've been playing this. I've been trying to break this in the US since 2012.
What does that say? 2012. Okay. Okay, I've been playing WizKid on the radio. You can ask Malik Berry when I was playing this on the radio.
And you even threw Ebro under the bus because you say he didn't believe in
now.
Afrobeats.
Yeah.
But now Ebro is like Mr. Afrobeats.
Yo, I played Afrobeats on Hot 97 in 2012 and 2013, and Ebro was the boss of Hot 97 at the time. And he was like, yo, stop playing that. No one knows what that is. And I go, no, I'm telling you, Ebro, I think this is going to be a big genre. He goes, stop playing that. No one understands what they're saying. No one knows what it is. No one's going to like that music. And then now he's like, hi, Burner Boy. Hi, WizKid. Like hugged up with all these Afrobeat artists. Like, you're my best friends. Piece of shit.
Yo,
He's a piece of shit.
do you see that a lot though? Because you've seen motherfuckers from like day one.
Yeah.
And then now you see them 20 years later. Do you just look at them like, man, this motherfucker changed? Like, change.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
But I see every variation though. A lot of people only focus on the negative things, but some people have changed for the better. Some people
Name someone that changed for the better.
that changed for the better.
Yeah.
Might be a short list.
Yeah, that's a short list.
It's a short list.
He's thinking about it.
Who changed for the better? I don't know. I can't answer when you just throw it at me. But
if it comes up,
yeah. Like I'm trying to think who like. Some people started off as an asshole, but then got really cool.
Yeah.
Like
you gotten better on Texas and like phone shit. Like you were really bad on it.
I was super hard. I still am.
Yeah.
I'm better. But
Like
I'm still hard.
And you had beef with Khaled, but you guys are cool now. You guys text each other more.
Beef with Khaled. What kind of show is this?
There's a YouTube. There's literally like
Yo, you saw the Sizzler thing?
wait.
You saw?
I saw that when he was in concert.
Yeah. Where
When Sizzler burned the Khaled plaque.
SZA.
Oh no!
What?
SZA burned the Khaled plaques that Khaled sent him.
Bro, Sizzler took
Wait, SZA?
Sizzler,
the
reggae artist.
The reggae
Oh, the regular artist.
No, not SZA.
I thought it was SZA. I was like, damn.
No, Sizzler.
Yeah, SZA.
The
Way to
reggae
promote
artist.
your album.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what the beef was. But he took Khaled's plaque, broke the glass, cut out the picture of his son, because you know how his son's on the cover? Little Assad Khaled. He took the he took the picture of Khaled's son out of the plaque, not to disrespect the youth, and put it up on the wall, like moved it out of the way, and then took the rest of the plaque and put gasoline on it and burned it.
Like outside.
Oh shit! When was this? Recently?
I saw it like a week ago.
Yeah, a few days ago.
Oh shit! Nah.
And I was like, what? And it doesn't say what happened. Like,
Well, he said that Khaled disrespected him. They didn't give him credit, or like he just kind of put the songs in, but didn't credit Sizzler for like being a part of the song or some shit like that.
like on the track listing, or like
something like that,
or the publishing. Like, is it behind the scenes or is it like on the track list?
It's not like completely. I don't know, man.
Bro, it was like, yo, fire bun blaze.
Wow.
Yo, and then
it was tight.
I know. And bro, the fire is like, because Jamaicans know how to start some fire. The shit went up. Whatever fluid they put on there, it went up fast. It was like crazy.
Damn.
But I have no beef with Khaled. I love DJ Khaled.
But when you see shit like that, you don't feel the need to hit him up like, yo, what is going on? Or-
No, I don't like to ask people about shit like that. The only reason why is because everybody's probably asking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I get weirded out with like when something happens to somebody, how many text messages they're probably getting. I remember when I was in some shit and everybody was hitting me and I was like, I gotta explain this over and over and over.
Right.
I try to mind my business, but
But here we are talking about this shit.
I mean, I'll talk about it, but I'll ask him if I see it.
No, that was kind of wild, crazy though.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like it was almost like Cali, you shouldn't go to Jamaica.
But then Khaled's been getting in some shit too. I see all this on TikTok and Instagram. Did he say something about Fruity Loops recently?
Not that I know of.
Nah.
I think he was saying like producers
Oh yeah.
shouldn't you?
And someone who produced one of his records came out. I forgot who it was. I think it was Hit Boy.
Oh yeah, Hit Boy did say that.
I think it was
You're
Hit Boy.
Yeah, it was Hit Boy.
What, I don't whatever. It was a huge Khaled record. It was for free. I think
it was
for free.
It was Theraflu. He said
Theraflu.
I produced Theraflu and Wish You Would on FL Studios.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Khaled. But Khaled's been on a downward spiral since the album when he dropped when he was competing with Tyler the Creator.
That was what, 2 years ago?
I don't know
I don't
when.
know, is it a downward
It
spiral?
was.
That was
it
the
really
beginning.
was.
I mean-
It was the beginning of Khaled's kind of like downward spiral.
Because he had a stupid rollout for that album, right?
He had a rollout, but then he he started talking shit about Tyler the Creator.
He called it weirder rap.
Yeah.
He's like, he said like, no one hears that music.
Yeah.
Or he said mystery music.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, mysterious.
yeah.
He's like, I don't make mysterious music.
Yeah.
Where you never hear it, and it goes platinum. He's like, I'm playing. I make music where the cars play it, the radio plays it, the barbershop play it. I'm not with the mysterious music.
I don't know. That's the thing about Khaled is that he always finds the people who are making some heat. Like he should have known. The A&R brain of Khaled should have noticed Tyler's rise to fame. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I know it's a little different than what you do, but you still should recognize it.
Yeah, but not only that, like Tyler he's like a subgenre of hip hop. He's a part of hip hop.
Yeah, but
He's
Khaled don't
alternative.
go into those other worlds. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying, like I touch all those worlds. I touch the Khaled world.
Right.
I touch the underground. There's like this. There's like a little crossover between that ASAP Rocky world, because ASAP Rocky could go anywhere, but like everyone likes him. All the different little worlds. Mm-hmm. So like what I call like hood hipsters. You know what I mean? Like the younger generation that wears like the wild clothes. I go and hang out there and hear what they listening to. So Khaled he should be touching that stuff.
Yeah, but even his album this year, it's got to be one of like the top disappointments of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
No good?
There's not one.
no.
I mean, but despite the one verse that Jay dropped, right?
Yeah.
Which everyone was talking about, and everyone was saying it was like Jay's best verse ever.
Yeah.
But it's just because they haven't heard a Jay verse in like maybe a year or so.
Yeah.
But that was the only standout thing that came out from the album. There was actually one song that sampled, that was the same sample as Lights, Camera, Action that Lotto was on.
Yeah.
That could have been a big song.
It did nothing.
But
it
why didn't you
do
play
nothing.
it?
Huh?
Why didn't y'all play it?
It's just
I thought y'all were the hottest DJs in Vegas. Y'all some haters, yo.
I think it was too close to all of her other
I bet y'all playing all the Tiesto shit. Huh?
Not really.
Nah, not really.
Huh? Y'all, let's get down to business.
No, Tiesto has been killing it since the pandemic. Like
Y'all sponsored by Tiesto. I know it. Y'all sponsored by Calvin Harris.
Tiesto.
Tiesto.
Yo, there's literally a time where Tiesto was at.
He was a wash.
Tiesto was making, I think, 200,000 to 300,000 a night.
Yeah, easy.
But he wasn't getting the draw.
Right.
And he had no hit records. And at the time, who was killing it?
Calvin Harris.
No, Chainsmokers was killing it.
Aoki.
No,
He
Calvin
was
Harris.
alright.
Yeah.
But it was Calvin Harris was killing it. This is 2018, 19.
With songs. Not DJing.
Yeah.
Songs. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he lost his residency. And then in 2020, he came out with The Business.
Yeah.
And he had like Motto.
Boom.
And then he had, that was kind of a big one that was bubbling.
Boom.
But then he had the Karol G one.
Yeah.
And then now he has the 1035. He's got like a few right now.
He had a lot of
He's on fire.
remixes.
Don't count nobody out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People try to count me out.
But then now he has the biggest residency right now at Zouk.
Yeah.
And
Where's Zouk?
Zouk is
Resorts
the
World.
new hotel,
Resorts World, yeah,
Resorts
yeah.
World, yeah. It's funny, like it all kind of goes up and like
circle.
motherfuckers who've been like in the biz for a minute. I'm starting to see it. Like when there's a down period, I know like I just got to keep working and build some new.
Everything
and it goes up and down.
The thing is that the problem is that when you go down, you get discouraged,
Right.
And you think it's the end, but
Forever.
Yeah, forever. But that's for people who they don't. I don't know what it is. Like they don't believe in themselves. You know what I mean? Like you're hot for a minute and then it goes away. Maybe you
feel like
believe in your own
that,
hype.
You're never gonna get that up there again.
And you might not even get as high, but you could still
At least halfway. Make it halfway.
You know what Mano told me once? Mano told me once, you can only be new once. Right? You can only be new once. And if you pop when you're new, it's a big pop. But if you'll never get that high again. But you can still be up there and still maintain and still have a great life and a great career. But when you're down, you got to, restructure. Maybe you got to get a new team, work. But like, put your effort in. You can get back up.
Mano hasn't dropped anything recently either.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
Did he?
The Lobby Boys.
Yeah, he had the joint project with Jim Jones.
Oh shit.
That was good.
I don't hear about that.
You guys,
It doesn't-
You guys love the strip.
it's not it's not commercial enough.
We're not in
when
the
you-
streets no more.
Remember when you were in the streets, New York City?
I haven't been there over a year.
You can't disrespect Mano and Jim Jones.
No, I'm not disrespecting, but they always Mano always looks paid as fuck, right?
Yeah,
he
Mano
looks
does.
paid as fuck. But I always wonder, like, how does he?
What's
like,
he doing?
Yeah, what like does he have a bunch of like tenements scattered around? Does he have a bunch of property and shit? I'm always wondering, like, how these motherfuckers.
But also, I mean, yes, Mano has money from other things, business wise, not illegal. But also, he gets a lot of money from music because the thing with Mano, and he's one of the guys. If I was giving you an example, he's one of the guys that he shows you so much love. Like no matter what he puts out, somebody's gonna support it because he's loved by everyone, right? He has great relationships. He never disrespects anybody. And if he does, it means it's something wild, crazy happened. But he'll still fix it. So like when he comes around, you feel great. He makes you feel great. So every time he puts something out, there are a lot of people that book him. It's maybe not, top Billboard, but there's a whole world.
I feel like he still get love in New York.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Everywhere. Any hood. They love him.
Because he stays connected and he keeps shit real.
He's connected.
I think the same thing for Jim Jones.
Jim Jones too.
Jim Jones too.
Jim Jones will flip out sometimes.
Yeah, he'll smack him off.
He has. I've seen Jim Jones burn a bridge, but like look at the bridge and be like, I'm gonna burn this fucking bridge. And like, psst. You're like, whoa, you didn't have to burn that bridge.
Yeah, I remember him wilding out at like a Waka Flocka show. You remember that shit?
No, but sounds right.
Yeah, you seen that video, right?
Nah.
Where I think it was at the Apollo, and he was in one of the, what do you call those, the banquettes?
Yeah.
And he just started throwing like
Oh
bottles.
no, was that French Montana?
No, it was Jim Jones.
No, was he throwing it at French Montana?
Nah, it was Waka.
Are you sure? Because
Maybe French was with him. I remember him throwing bottles at French.
And he literally threw the whole ice bucket.
yeah,
at
I think
them.
that was French.
yeah, Jim Jones and French.
And then I think and
Because remember Waka Flocka and French had the same manager for a while in the beginning.
Oh yeah, Bimmy's sister, right?
Yeah. Oh, is that Bimmy's sister?
She was. She was.
Yeah,
Managing,
she
was
was.
managing Waka. Yeah.
And
French.
Nikki and Gucci.
Yeah, that's her.
And
yeah.
French.
Yep.
Oh, I never knew that was Bimmy's sister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
But that's actually Waka's mother.
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Dead.
so Waka is Bimmy's nephew?
Yeah.
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 Wow.
You didn't see what was that shit? Hip Hop Undercover?
Hip Hop Uncovered, right?
Hip Hop Uncovered.
I
Yo,
can't
fam,
watch those shows.
You gotta watch
Yo,
that.
it's really good.
No, it's about the underworld.
I
of
know, I
hip-hop.
heard, but I get anything with hip hop, I get weird about it.
What are you talking
I
about?
can't watch
You just
it,
said
like-
we're not in the streets, and you don't want to watch something that's about the streets.
Yeah, you gotta pull your.
No,
car.
that's the streets. It's the hip hop streets.
What are you talking about? Like the blue collar streets, like the 9 to 5
Like
streets. That's what you
the
talking
Wall
about.
Street streets.
This is why I don't like that stuff. Because then you want to talk about it. And I don't like talking about those people. Because they have no sense of humor. And they don't take things the right way.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
I've had trouble with those type of people.
So is
before.
Mano gonna come up to me?
No,
one
no,
day?
Mano's the best.
All right.
Mano's the best.
Because
Mano
I
would
got love
this.
for Mano.
You should have Mano on the show. I'm gonna tell Mano
I
next time he
love for
comes
Mano.
here. No, Mano's the best.
But I'm just like, yo, like I don't know how he gets paid like
But
that.
he won't even take that as disrespect. He'll tell you.
He'll tell you how.
He'll tell you how. Here's how I get paid. Blah 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 blah.
There's
You know
a
what I
few
mean?
rappers in New York that survive really, really well, which is Jim Jones, Mano, Fabulous.
Yeah.
I forget the other guy's name that's signed to Nas for a while, but those guys know how to exist.
Yeah.
Dave East.
Dave East.
Yeah.
One, yeah.
I don't even know how Nas. I remember there was like 5 years ago, like Nas was broke, or 10 years ago, Nas was broke.
They said he was having issues with taxes. and all that
Taxes.
shit, yeah.
He looked broke, and then like Khalees was going after him for money, and it seemed like, and then all of a
Just
sudden,
had a
like
resurgence.
a couple years later, like
He started investing in a lot of stuff.
Crypto, right?
He got with a right partner,
Like a business manager.
Yeah, and like started investing.
The
I think
chicken spot.
Yeah, he owns part of
Sweet Chick, yeah.
Sweet Chick. He owns part of that. He put Sweet Chick in the Met Stadium in Chase and whatever they call
Oh
it.
shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then he got a lot of investments, and I think he owns part of, I want to say either Ring or Nest.
One of those
the cameras, doorbell cameras, like early on, like shit like that,
That's dope.
and it popped.
Wow.
yeah, because I was hearing like he couldn't even get, like he was doing shows,
Yeah.
and he was asking for everything in cash. They're like, yo, we can't get 50,000 in cash
Yeah.
for you. And he's
Well, I'm not doing it then.
Because if he gets a deposit, the
Yeah.
IRS was just
taking
going to
that
take
shit.
the whole shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, but it happens.
Yeah. But it's those ups and downs,
Ups
right?
and downs.
Perfect example. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the first down for you and you thought you would never get out of it? Leaving Hot 97?
Doing this podcast in 2019. When the Nigerians were gonna kill. Oh, I didn't tell you the end of that story.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to London with Dave Chappelle because I'm very famous in New York.
You're very famous.
I went to London with Dave Chappelle, and the guy who made that clip came up to me in a club. He was like, yo, can I talk to you for a second? I go, yeah, of course, what's good? He goes, yo, you know that incident where the Nigerians were going at you for the Whiz Kid thing? I go, yeah, I remember that incident. He goes, I'm the one that put that clip out. And he goes, I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
I apologize, my brother. Show Cipha Style some love. Come on, man.
Yeah.
He goes, when you made your response, you know what's funny about Nigerians? When I made that response, they all came back and were like, my bad.
Yeah,
they all apologized. All of them.
All of them apologize.
That's Jamaicans won't do that.
No, Americans won't do that.
Americans won't do that.
Americans will shit on you. You will get
Bro.
a million comments, but Nigerians, every one of them that shit on you came back and said, I'm sorry.
Bro, they all said sorry. They're like, thank you for supporting the music. We respect it. It was crazy.
That's a different culture, right?
different culture.
That's crazy.
So the guy was apologizing. He goes, no, I have a podcast where I talk about Afro beats and African music. And he goes, I would love to have you on. And I said yes, but then that's when I was in London February 2020, and then March when I came home is COVID. So I didn't get to do his podcast, but I was gonna do it. And anyway, yeah. So my ups and downs, I had a lot.
What's the first one or maybe the biggest one you didn't think you would get out of it?
Well, okay, this is very early. I did a photo shoot with some other DJs, and Flex kicked me out of the Big Dog Pitbulls because the other DJ was managed by his ex-manager. So I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was managed by him. He was one of my best friends. It was Max Glazer. Remember, Max Glazer?
Max. Shout out to Max.
Reggae DJ. But
Actually, I would really love to have Max Glazer on.
oh yeah, you should.
Like I would love.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
So then he kicked me out. And I was like, oh, my life's over. I'm going to have to go get a job. And then
It was that serious.
he screamed on me. He screamed at me like a child.
What was the Big Dog Pitbulls? What were they doing for you at that time? They were getting your gigs and shit? Were they like managers?
Was he doing a tunnel at the time?
Yeah. This was like right after the tunnel. This was the Big Dog Pitbulls. Yeah, Flex's crew. First, it was the Flip Squad.
Yeah.
Flip Squad was Flex, Big Cap,
Mark Ronson,
DJ Riz, Mark Ronson.
Mark Ronson was in Flip Squad?
Biz Markie.
Biz Markie, Mad Wayne, a couple other people. And then Flex left that manager, Jessica
Rosenbaum.
Yeah, Rosenbaum, Stressica. And then he started his own thing. So then he wanted to have his own DJ. Oh, Enough was in the Flip Squad. And then so he created his own thing. It was me, Big Cap, Flex. In the beginning, me, Big Cap, Flex, this kid, Johnny Walker Red, DJ Kaori. And then later on, Khaled came in. the dude from the DJ who was Benzino's. Remember Benzino had a group, the Madman,
Made Men.
Made Men.
Yeah.
Whoever the producer and DJ was of that, he joined for a while. A couple of anyway, but no, it was Flex was like my manager, but he never would really sell you and go get gigs. Just being down with him
Stamp.
gave you. Yeah, you got to. What we used to call it was the umbrella. We're under the umbrella. Niggas ain't gonna jerk you if you're under Flex's umbrella because they don't want to risk upsetting him. You know what I'm saying? So, and Flex used to always tell me, I'm never gonna give you money. I'm gonna teach you how to make money. It's up to you to go make it.
So that was the first time you thought it was over.
Yeah, that was over. But I was young. I didn't know.
Yeah.
He just gave me a spanking. You know what I mean?
So, but then what happened? He brought you back in?
Yeah, Cap called me because I left Flex's office, and his office used to be on 5th Ave and 30th Street. And I walked down one block to 29th Street, and there was a church. I remember I sat on the church step, and I was crying. I was like,
really?
Fuck yeah, I fucked everything up. I messed everything up, but like, whatever. It was stupid.
What year was this?
He's probably young as fuck.
90.
Was it 99 in the 90s or
Nah, I had to be like,
I mean, the tunnel was happening, so
early 2000s?
man, it could have been anywhere from 99 to 01, somewhere in there. Yeah, I was crying, bro.
But then what happened?
No, I had to be. No. It was before. Yeah, it was like 99 because I remember I was working at Tommy Boy on September 11th, so it was way before that. It was way before that. Yeah, it had to be like 98, 99, and I just cried on the church steps.
But then how long? Wait, how long did that last?
Like
You
a
were
week.
ousted? A week?
Yeah, because Big Cap called me and was like, "Rest in peace." Can you see the monster?
take a sip of the Monster. Yeah.
Can you see? Is it?
It's on the camera. Make sure you sip on a Monster Energy.
Do you see the logo?
You see it.
Yeah.
Clear as day. Green as fuck.
Okay. Watch your language.
We'll blur the shit out when we release it.
Please don't.
I'll put Ebro's face.
It lasted like a week, and Cap called me, and he was like, "All right, yo, what happened, son?"
Yeah. That's Cap's voice. Yeah.
I go, "All right, what happened, son?" I was like, "I just took some photos." It was like in a magazine. It was.
Were you crying on the phone with Cap?
No, not with Cap.
Okay.
I cried by myself on the street in Midtown Manhattan, like not in the Bronx. No one from the Bronx saw me cry. Flex didn't see me cry, and it only lasted like 5 minutes. And then Cap called me. He explained it to me. He was like, "Yo, we don't fuck with Jessica no more. If you take pictures with her DJs, it looks like you down with her."
Right.
And I get it now. We're older. We know how all that shit looks.
Right.
Even what you were saying about you don't want to say nothing bad about venues and promoters here because we know it all fucking gets twisted.
Right. For sure.
So it was a good lesson to learn. But at the time, I thought I was done. I was working for Flex, and then years later, this is 2015 when I decided to leave the morning show and pursue comedy more of a full-time thing.
Yeah.
I was trying to I did negotiate a deal with the radio station to go back to weekends. Because to me, I didn't really care. I don't have an ego, right? So to go from the morning show back to mixing on Saturdays, to me was like, I like mixing more than talking on the morning anyway. So it was a win. But some radio people were like, nah, you're taking a loss. You can't go backwards. And I was like, well, it doesn't really matter to me because I want to do more comedy anyway. And then, so I negotiated a deal, and they were like, all right, we could go back on Saturdays, but we're going to still give you a salary and not just like spot pay. And then there was some funny shit going on. There was new managers at Hot 97. So on my podcast, Juan Epstein, we talked about the whole situation of me leaving the morning show, me going to Saturdays. Like, we just talked about like we always did.
On the podcast.
But our podcast, if you go back and listen to all the old episodes, there's hundreds of episodes. Maybe not hundreds, but there's like...
No, there's really hundreds.
No, but I'm saying there's 10s or 20s of episodes of us complaining about Hot 97.
Yeah.
Because Juan Ep was our underground voice. There's like 2 underground DJs that are on the most mainstream show on the mainstream station. So we have like... Damn, we wish we could play Mos Def and Big L on the morning show, but we can't because it's mainstream. So we talk about it here on One Ep. So we talked about me leaving, and the GM's brother heard it, and they took it as disrespect, and they were like, you can't even go back to weekends. You could go back to weekends, but we're not gonna give you a salary. So you could take spot pay, or you could just quit and get like a severance check. And I was like, man, fuck this. I had enough of this bullshit, and I just took the severance check. So I always tell this story, like Monday I had the argument with the boss. He was like, what? You're talking bad about us on your podcast? I'm like, we always talk bad about you. It's like our shtick.
Yeah.
You know, we talk bad about the boss. We don't mean it. We love the station.
When you were in the office with the boss at the time, you didn't even think it was that serious, right?
No, well, I didn't.
Because you were like, I could just talk my way out. He's going to understand.
We talk bad about Ebro on One Ep all the time, but he was in on the joke.
Yeah.
Sometimes
But
he
now,
would come on too.
Huh? Sometimes he would
Ebro
come on, yeah.
talk shit too.
But he was in on the joke. It was like the joke of like, oh, the boss always sucks.
Right.
We were fucking around. This guy was new, and Ebro wasn't the boss anymore. He didn't know how we fuck around on there. So we arguing. I was like, fuck it, I'm out. Tuesday.
So he's trying to make an example out of you to like flex his muscles. I'm new, and I'm not standing for none of this bullshit. Yeah.
Then on Tuesday, it was like the lawyers working out the deal, severance, and then so everything's done. I signed the paperwork on Tuesday.
You got a severance?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They gave me 3 months salary. I had to stretch it for 6 months. I was eating mad slices of pizza and ramen noodle, and then I signed. And they put out the email like Cipha Sounds no longer work. This is some bullshit.
Right.
The email was like Cipha Sounds is no longer affiliated with Emmons Communications or Hot 97. And it was the most unceremonial dismissal of Hot 97 ever. When Angie left and Angie went to the competition, there was balloons and cakes and people were crying.
There was a countdown.
And every rapper came and and they were like, we love you, Angie, don't leave us. And there's mad flowers came in, and I just got an email.
Just got an email.
Really. So Wednesday,
like Willie, the front desk security. You no longer works here.
Willie's gone.
Willie,
you know that brown box they give you? Like you have to like be walked out by security
with like your picture frame
and a plant.
I remember thinking, what happened to Cipha? It's like, yo, he's not on the show no more.
And then
did anything happen to Peter? Because Peter is your co-host on One Ep, and he was part of the morning show still.
Yeah, he still is, but he's not a lead.
Oh, but why were you made example? Why didn't he get in trouble?
He didn't want to leave.
Oh, so he took the beating.
Well, I also got. There was also this. This is a longer story, but there was also So Ebro was the boss, the program director, and then the company made him not the program director anymore and put him on the morning show. So he was trying to, they put him on the morning show because they wanted more drama, like Charlemagne does. He was basically supposed to be our Charlemagne. Me and Rosenberg didn't like talking bad about artists and doing the drama and the gossip. So they were like, well, Charlemagne's killing us because he does this, this, and that. And we're like, well, we don't do that. We do funny shit. They're like, well, Ebro's going to do that. So then it became a power struggle with me and him. So that's why I left. But so then I signed the severance, and then Wednesday was the worst day of my life. Because Wednesday I wake up and I don't, like Monday and Tuesday was like craziness going on. Like, what the fuck? I'm on the phone. I'm talking to Flex. I'm talking to Angie. I'm talking to everybody. What should I do? What should I do? Oh, or negotiate for this. Or you should do this. Or tell them you don't want to leave or whatever. And it was all crazy. And then it all settled down. And Wednesday I woke up. I was like, who am I, yo?
What is this?
All I know is going to Hot 97 6 days a week, unless I'm out of town.
Yeah.
Bro, I would go to Hot 97 every day of my life. And then no more. That's it. I'm done.
You had nowhere to go.
My key card is off. Beep, beep, beep. And I just sat there Wednesday and it was like the worst. I ate like the worst food. I watched old movies. I was like, this is the worst. And then Thursday, I got the call from Chris Rock. And Chris Rock was like, oh, I meant to tell you I got you an audition at the Comedy Cellar. And I was like, what? When? He's like, tomorrow.
Did he know about any of this?
No, he didn't care.
Damn.
I asked him to get me an audition at the Comedy Cellar like 3 months earlier.
That's big though, right?
It's huge.
Dude, Chris Rock calling your phone is big.
No,
huge.
yeah, but no, like, well, he was DJing on the Chris Rock show, right?
No, Dave Chappelle show.
Oh, Dave Chappelle show. Sorry, yeah. So wait,
Do you think all black people look alike?
Thank you. I was waiting for one of those.
no, but I think all Asians look alike. No, I'm sorry. So let me go back.
So I was Dave Chappelle DJ.
You were Dave
DJ
Chappelle.
on Dave Chappelle show.
You were DJ on Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Bad. But when you get into these comedy, like when you get into these comedy rooms, right,
Yeah.
you got to be co-signed, right?
No, not all. I mean,
Not all?
the Comedy Cellar is very specific, very strict. It's hard to get into.
It's like there's no openings usually, right? Like they don't accept new comedians all the time. Right?
No, there's no open mic circuit. There's no ways to like work your way up. Like you have to get 2 recommendations, and you need some kind of like TV credit or something.
Yeah.
It was on a late night spot or something.
I hear all this shit about like the LA Comedy Store, right?
Yeah.
I hear like you need an in. Like someone needs to co-sign you, and then you need to audition.
Right. Yeah.
And then like they'll accept you in. Otherwise, they won't put you in rotation on the roster at all.
Yeah. It's harder.
Yeah.
So when I got that call,
It's a big deal.
I was like, mind you, I was leaving Hot 97 to pursue comedy anyway, but it got all messed up the way because I wanted to stay on the radio and do comedy and figure out a way. And then when I got that call, I was like, oh, okay, I made the right choice.
Right. It's like the light at the end of the
It
tunnel.
was the light. Yeah. So then it was a back up. And then so I
That's pretty
auditioned on
immediate.
Friday.
That's pretty immediate.
Yeah.
You only had like one day of like
Sorrow.
No, but there was
I'm sure you had material ready.
No, I'm saying like
I was already
suffered.
doing comedy.
No, but I said like you kind of suffered for only 24 hours.
No. I suffered for 2 years. So I was at Hot 97 for 17 years, 15 great, 2 horrible. But it was like a decline of horrible. Like it was like It was like it wasn't,
it's like a bad relationship. No one wants to break up.
You want to leave.
You already
like
checked out.
I almost left once before, but then we got that Hot 97 TV show.
Oh yeah,
remember This Is Hot 97.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
It was a
VH1.
It was on VH1.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
It was a mock reality show.
Really?
Everybody did
it do well?
It did not do well.
It was kind of bad.
It was kind of cheesy.
It was funny. Like Ebro.
Wait, were you on it?
Yeah.
Like it had like special effects.
So
and
you were
shit.
doing shit like the Real Housewives, like Ebro's yelling at you, like, and then you have your testimony. You're like, I can't believe Ebro was yelling at me.
Yeah.
Then you just explained the show.
I remember Fletch is like discovering social media. He was like, yo, you got to get on social media. You got to do this. You got to do that.
Dude, I remember Ebro went
They're
up
probably
to
saying social media or the internet.
Nah, social media.
Social media.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Ebro went up to Kanye, one of them. He's like, yo, can you come do our show?
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And he walked out the room.
Oh wow.
It was pretty cool.
So that didn't last.
Wait, you
long.
ever saw my Juan Ep Kanye interview?
Oh, he hasn't seen it. I've seen it.
There's a Juan Epstein Kanye interview. It's only like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, it's like 27.
But it's from when he came to do the Hot 97 TV show. We grabbed him and we got a little Juan Ep out of it.
It was good. He was talking about Mos Def.
No, we talk because I love that interview. Because literally when we shot the imagine this room right now, we're doing a podcast. Kim Kardashian was in the room with us.
Oh wow.
And everybody at that time was talking about Kanye. I think it was like right before he got the Adidas
It
deal.
was Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus
right.
time.
It had the Jesus time. And everybody was talking to him about fashion.
Right.
And, he left our show. The next morning is when he did the Sway interview that blew up.
Sway.
You ain't got
House
the
Sway,
Sway. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
You ain't got the answers, yeah.
So imagine what Sway was talking about, all the fashion shit,
But it ain't Ralph. Yeah.
So we told him, we're like, yo, we don't want to talk, no disrespect, we don't want to talk nothing about
Fashion.
We want to talk about Dilla, Mos Def, Kweli, like hip hop shit. So like if you want to hear Kanye hip hop talk, that's the interview.
That Kanye you had an interview with, and you see the Kanye now.
Yeah.
Does it make any sense to you?
I mean, it's definitely mental health issues.
Right.
I mean, it's mental health issues mixed with his supreme ego and confidence.
Right.
It's not a good mixture. You know what I mean? Mixed with billions of dollars. When you have billions of dollars, you can do anything. Like, You can, you know what I mean? Your whole life is like instant. Whatever you want, instant. You snap your fingers, it just comes.
Well, also, the biggest problem is everyone wants a check from you. Like everybody in your circle is getting paid from you somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the machine.
So they're enabling him almost in every way, right? Until the machine breaks.
I to a point, yes, but also he just does shit on his own. Bro, like Nori told me when he went to do Drink Champs, he flew coach. Like he just booked a ticket, no luggage.
No, he said he got mad nervous because he just showed up with no security. Like he just opened the door and was there by himself.
I was at
he took a red eye and landed at like 6 a.m. and they did Drink Champs at like 7 a.m. That interview's from like 7 a.m. Dude, and what's his name? And then one real quick, Nori told me that when he was leaving, Kanye went to order an Uber and he pressed Uber X, and Nori was like, "No, you got to hit the one that says black, Kanye. You got to hit like get the car service one." And like he had like a Camry coming to pick him up.
So he's not really. I mean, it's kind of
dope in a way.
It's dope.
No, well, I was at the Post Malone show in the Forum in LA, and y'all ex agent John Moreno, he's one of the main guys at the Forum, and he says Kanye popped out of nowhere and he walked in.
Yeah,
and he says he came off the street with no security guard, no nothing, just another dude.
Wild, man.
And he's just showing up to venues like, "Yo, let me in."
Yeah, and they had to let him in, right?
Yeah, he let him in. John was fine.
Who's not letting him in?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
I mean, they're not letting him.
But he
in
came
now.
off straight from the street, like off of Washington and fucking whatever street it is. Like he came off the street.
Yeah, but who would be walking in that neighborhood, like in that
Yeah,
area?
it's the hood, like it's Inglewood.
Yeah.
So he walked in with another dude.
No, but he probably took a Uber and got dropped off. He
Yeah,
didn't
that's
like.
what I'm saying.
He didn't walk through Inglewood.
But there was like no VIP parking, no nothing.
Yeah.
He just showed up, and I was just like, that's kind of crazy.
So for you see consistencies and just inconsistencies too with him, with Kanye, because there's still like a down to earth thing about him where he just.
I don't know.
You don't know
right now.
Yeah.
Like I just saw a clip recently. The clip he had on Alex Jones where he talked about Hitler.
That's crazy.
That's the clip that blew up. Obviously,
Right.
Him talking about Hitler and all that shit. That clip went viral. But recently, I just saw another part where he dissed Dave Chappelle.
I saw that.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, Dave Chappelle's a hack. And he steals his jokes from Owen Benjamin.
That was crazy. I saw that.
Because I never watched the whole Alex Jones. I've never typed in Alex Jones on my computer ever, so I don't even know where to find it. But
That's all of us. We just see the highlights. These clips that are on Twitter or whatever.
I like when Alex Jones goes, "I don't like Hitler."
And then, but then Dave Chappelle on
So
the Saturday
thirsty.
Night Live. Oh, here we go.
Pop that up. What is that? There you go.
This is an OG green can of Monster Energy. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
The bag must be nice for Monster. Right now.
Yeah.
The bag must be nice.
You remember COVID times when we weren't getting paid?
Yeah. They held you down.
Never stop.
Never stop.
You know what I like the best? The best cans of Monsters when you hold the front with the logo here, but then the sippy part is right.
Yeah, man.
Because it's on the side, so now when I turn, it looks crazy.
There you go. Make sure you zoom in.
This reminds me of that Wayne's World.
Yeah.
When they're like, I don't know, like everyone just sells out, That shit.
Pass me the Coke.
It's like I got a headache. Oh man. Yeah, but Dave Chappelle was defending Kanye on the Saturday Night Live monologue. And then Kanye doesn't acknowledge that shit and he just goes
I know he's a wild guy, man. I don't know. I'm not close enough to know, but he does. From a person like me who has done tons of therapy and mental health.
Yeah.
Working on my mental health. Something's very. I don't want to say off. I'm not trying to diss him. I'm just saying there's mental health issues.
It's a lot to work on.
You know what I mean? And like, I'm not trained professional. I know nothing, but I know my friend's mom used to have schizophrenia and she used to do wild shit, but she wasn't rich and famous. She just did wild shit on the block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
On the neighborhood.
But like it reminds me of what he does.
Yeah.
Because one day she'd be on the corner just talking like, she's like, Bush, everybody should love Bush because they did have weapons of mass destruction. Like this is like 10 years later, lady. And then the next day she would be fine. You know what I mean? And then a couple of days later she would say some other wild shit, and everybody, you know, some people knew she had schizophrenia and they would try to take care of her. And some people just walk by and be like, yo, this crazy bitch. You know what I mean? So like that Kanye, I don't know if he's like schizophrenic or bipolar or whatever the term is. And then, because they're like, is he bipolar or is he trolling? I'm like, he's a bipolar troll. You can be both. You can be both.
Yeah.
It's weird because around the Yeezus time, he was on Twitter and he was posting stuff about Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
And he was talking, and he was he was obsessed with Andy Kaufman.
Right. I can see that.
And then some of his homies were talking back like performance art.
Right.
And they were kind of going off, and they were just talking about, you know, the sensationalism and just like pranking everybody. So there was a point where I just thought that he's just committing to this.
He could be.
Because he knows it's going to get eyes on whatever it is.
Yeah. Like my theory was he was trying to get out of his deals and 100% got out of them. Yeah. That was my theory. But now he's out of it. Okay, so now what?
But it's like if we look at those actions, right? And then we look at the actions of him taking a Coach Red Eye to Miami, right? He's just doing whatever he needs to do, and he does not care about the appearances or anything. Because as long as he's executing whatever plan he's executing, he doesn't care about the courtesy involved or the mannerisms or the traditions or anything. He just wants to execute whatever he wants at the time.
Well, two things bad about that, though. One, he has kids now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that affects your relationship with your kids and your, you know, baby mom, whatever, ex-wife, whatever you want to call her. And then when you go anti-Semitism, they don't just forgive you. Like, they hold that for a while. You know what I mean? My favorite thing I'm noticing now is because I've been talking about this so much because Rosenberg is Jewish. Yeah. So like everyone's like, yo, what's going on with Kanye? How you feel about it? He's like, I'm not that kind of Jew. I'm just like a regular guy. But my favorite thing is to watch all these people go in on Rosenberg because they're following Kanye. And then I'm like, here's what you guys don't understand. The Kanye shit's gonna die down, but Rosenberg's not gonna forget you went in on him. Like, because he said he had beef with Pete Rock. Pete Rock, our hero from Pete Rock and Seal's movie. You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
I think so.
But no, but what's the... I never heard of this beef.
He had Rosenberg, not Kanye.
Oh, Rosenberg.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, Rosenberg. He agreed with Kanye on something on Instagram, and then Rosenberg was like, I think he wrote unfollow or something, or how, you know, why are you going in like this? And then he tried to call Pete Rock, and Pete Rock like, you know what it is, like something like that. So I was like, yo, like, Pete, like, okay, you feel the way you feel, but one day you're gonna put out a record and Rosenberg is the guy who plays your style of hip hop on Hot 97. Maybe you don't give a shit, but it's not gonna go well in a year from now when you're like, yo, I got this new underground album, and Rosenberg's like, you called me a dirty Jew.
I mean,
I know recently Rosenberg been fucking up with the black community with Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, I saw that, but what happened? What did he do?
Well, he had an interview with her, and he like brought up Beyonce. He was kind of like saying how you feel being second fiddle to Beyonce.
Wow, that's crazy.
And like the black community, like Black Twitter went off on him because of that.
But they always go off on him. I feel like
always.
He's the biggest punching bag.
And then he had to apologize for doing that interview.
And he always apologizes.
Always.
He shouldn't.
This is a regular theme, yo.
He's always doing that shit.
Well, he doesn't see. He's not a comedian like me. Like, I would take everything that happens to him and make it a joke. Mm-hmm. I said, yo, you should change your Instagram to Culture Vulture. Be the Culture Vulture. Dress up in a bird outfit and be like, Culture Vulture. Ah! He's like, nah, I can't. I said, yo, it'll be so funny, bro.
But you had a whole country against you. You had Nigeria against you. But I feel like you weathered so many storms. Like, bro, like you're not like, none of this shit really scares you because you can kind of.
Bro, I watch comedians now say something and go viral and be scared for their life. I remember this one girl. Her name is Dina Hashem.
Oh yeah,
you saw the thing she made. She made a joke about XXX.
He was shot. He was on his way to buy a car with $50,000 in cash, and somebody shot him and took the money, which is very tragic. But I think also it would be a very good Venmo commercial.
Yeah.
Extension, whatever.
Actually, I followed her because of that.
Yeah. And she made a joke, and then
she's like very dry,
super dry. She's a Muslim girl. She's like little. Even her comedy, like she's mousy. Like, I think I should go.
Right.
And then she said something about like I don't remember the joke. It was like something about being dead. Whatever. It was as a comedian, a good structured joke. As knowing that somebody like that's fans are gonna go nuts, maybe you shouldn't do that. But that, it's up to you. And then his fans went nuts. We're gonna murder you. We're gonna kill you. It's on sight.
And it affected her, right?
And yeah, she was nervous. And I said, yo, this is not. It's internet. It's not real. Like. But then I guess they put her address out there and shit like that. Oh, shit. That's bad. Yeah. But no one go.
You think Ciph? You think that's
I'm
bad?
just saying no one's gonna go.
You think not?
No one went to her house. And
then he's like, don't worry, it ain't shit. It's just the internet. They posted my address. Well, what would you look at?
That's bad.
Start knocking on her door.
What advice did you have for after that?
I
said, stay at a friend's house for a little bit.
I said, well, yeah, it was like a childhood home, so it was like her mom's house. Like she didn't live there. Yeah. But I said, streetwise, if you don't, the way you get fucked up in the street is you fuck with somebody's money or you fuck with somebody's family. That's when the guns come out, right? You talking bad about an artist, yeah, they're gonna go in on you on the comments, but you might get somebody say something wild to you in the street, but like you're at the Comedy Cellar. His fans are not over here. You know what I mean? Like, don't go do shows in Miami-Dade County for a while. But like, other than that, you're gonna be fine. And all that shit dies down. But in the moment when you're in it, nobody can hear that. It feels wild in the moment.
That was her first down. That was her first down, probably.
Yeah, that was probably her first down.
But she got through it.
She's fine.
Yeah, she's doing
fine.
her thing.
But that's why there's another comedian, Ari Shaffir.
Yeah,
dude, that guy.
He's wild.
He's wild as shit.
He's wild.
He's actually got a great special on YouTube right now called Jew.
Yeah, it's called Jew.
And it literally dropped at the perfect time.
I know
with like all the
Kanye shit. He was like, "Oh, this is perfect."
Yeah, I'm sure
the marketing is amazing.
Yeah.
He went in on Kobe Bryant.
But he does that with. Here's the thing with him. He does that with every celebrity's death.
Like he exposed Kobe.
But that was bad.
He does it every time though.
But he did it like the day of.
He does it every time the day of. The problem is he never did it with somebody that touched the hood. You know what I mean? Like the hood loves Kobe. Mm-hmm. So it looked like he was talking bad about a black person the day he died, which I'm not agreeing with it. I tell him,
it was
Ari, so Ari, this is dumb that you do this. He goes, I know, but I like it. It's funny. But the Kobe one set off the hood.
Yeah, he called him a rapist, all this shit,
bro. And he goes, but he don't have no fear because he's like, what? He's like, I said, I asked him. I was at a Louis C.K. show, mind you, and Louis C.K. was going through it too, and I go, you getting a lot of death threats? He goes, tons. And I go, are you getting a lot of people saying the term on site? And he goes, yeah, what does that mean? So I said that it means that if they see you, they're going to hit you that moment, like on site. He goes, oh, I get it. And then he goes, yeah, but this one guy was threatening me. He was like, yo, I'm going to get you on site. He's like, yo, we don't take that disrespect in North Carolina. And then Ari wrote back to him. He goes, oh, I'm doing a show in Charlotte next week. I'll be, you can catch me on site. And then he said, the guy wrote back, he's like, well, come to Greensboro, then you're going to get it, son. And then he sent the guy Google Maps distance. He goes, it's only 2 hours. He's like, you're not going to drive 2 hours to fuck me up? And the guy was like, yo, I'm telling you, you come to Greensboro, you're going to get it. But that's what I'm saying, it's internet threats.
But didn't he lose some gigs or like he was canceled for a little bit, right?
Yeah,
or no, he wasn't really. No?
Not in the comedy world, no.
But he has a lot of I've heard a lot of controversy about Ari Shaffir.
He's wild.
Yeah, like I heard like he what's that dude that you love? Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, Bert.
He like drugged him with ecstasy or Molly water.
Oh yeah, one night though.
like,
But they have good friends, so maybe he was fucking around.
Yeah, but no, I think like it really was like at a bad time, and it like fucked up. Like he was like,
I think he had to go do some family shit.
yeah,
it just fucked
like his
him.
wife was like, I don't want Ari around us.
Yeah, he's wild.
And I heard like he beat the shit out of like Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
a couple
about that.
times. Yeah.
Smacked him around.
I think it's West Coast comedy.
A couple
shit.
of times.
Yeah, he was a comedy. He's like a Joe Rogan guy, or one of the early Joe Rogan guys.
But it's like all these comedians, they're kind of, they have to go through this shit, right? They have to go through a period of like being canceled or whatever.
Nowadays, yeah, the funny ones, yeah.
They got to cross that line.
You don't have
It looks
to.
like it.
You don't have to, but to get the like Kevin Hart doesn't cross the line. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to.
But he don't have to because he's Kevin Hart. Because he's Kevin Hart.
Yeah, but he wasn't always the Kevin Hart you know today. He was a regular stand-up comic. He just busts his ass.
Yeah, he's a hard worker.
He's the hardest worker, bro.
But I don't think people like
I love when anyone ever tells me you do too much shit. You can't do improv and do stand-up and DJ and manage people and do this and start a business. I go, yes, I can. Kevin Hart does it.
Kevin Hart stay working.
You can't tell me
everything.
Kevin Hart will go do. Kevin Hart just did Gilly and them's podcast. He don't have to do that shit. $1 million worth of game.
Yeah, $1 million worth of game.
He don't have to do that. He'll do that, and then he'll do an arena. Like
he did a mini movie for Sam's Club. It's like a 15-minute movie for Sam's Club.
But I think you could. I think you could also say no to some shit. Like you could just, you could just be like.
I mean, I bet you there's a lot he says no to, but
it doesn't look like it. He's like the Samuel Jackson of like comedy.
It doesn't look like it.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of affects the quality of some of the shit he puts out.
It's because we're underground people. We want the raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're DJs. We want everything to us is like, we play the music we play to make money is not necessarily always the music we love to listen to. You know what I mean?
I think we grew up like you, me, Neva, maybe D.
real.
I think we grew up in the wrong era.
Why?
Because sometimes we're enabled to like sell out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we came up
because you
under
want to
this-
keep it real.
No, yeah. Like I remember I was talking to you the other day. Because rest in peace, who's Ellen DeGeneres' DJ? DJ Twitch?
Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, last night.
Last night.
The other day.
Yeah, last night. Rest in peace, DJ Twitch, who's Ellen DeGeneres' DJ.
Executive producer of the show as well.
Oh, he is?
He was. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, for the last 3 years.
So like in 2005, I remember I was DJing in New York, and one of the promoters at the time, I think it's Joe Morrissey, he came up to me. He was like, yo, like, I got you an audition to do, the Ellen show. They're looking for DJs, Ellen DeGeneres. And they said they're looking for you. They want you there.
Crooked?
Yeah. And I was like, nah, like I'm good.
Really?
Yeah, Carney looked at you like, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah. And he was like, what are you talking about? He's like, this is great. This is a big deal. Like you're going to blow up. You're going to be famous. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to stand in an audience and like DJ for like in the studio and shit. I don't want to do that shit. Like I want to just do clubs. He's like, why don't you go and audition?
No, that's a desire. You have that desire.
Yeah, but I told this to him.
I feel like he's scared to blow up.
And I was like,
You heard about the Rough Rider story, right?
No,
nah,
go on.
Don't say this.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Rough Riders wanted him to rap for. They wanted to sign him.
He was
to the
before
label.
Gin. Before Gin, it was
To rap?
Yeah, to Rough Riders.
And he didn't want to do it.
I didn't audition, but I was just like, they were like, we want you to.
Wait, did you used to rap? Did they know you from
I used
rapping?
to rap.
Oh.
So like,
Can you play him some of your rap songs?
nah, I mean,
Okay.
nah. But you want to hear them? I'll play them for
It's
you.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so why didn't you do it?
Because they wanted me to rap. So Eminem was big at the time, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he would rap about being like, like a trailer trash
Right,
white
right,
kid.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, yo, like talk about being Korean or wherever you are. Like just talk. They're like, make songs in Korean. And I was just like, I don't speak. I grew up around Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and blacks. Like,
yeah, just like Eminem.
and a sprinkle of Jews, right? So like, I could speak more Spanish than Korean.
Yeah.
And they're like, and you rhyme into like, you rhyme into lyrical miracle, like dumb it up. And I was just like, I'm good. And then, but I don't think it's like I'm afraid of blowing. I feel like it's like maybe some Larry David shit. Like he just doesn't want to.
That is a New York 90s hip hop.
But I feel like we're just keeping it real.
Yeah. Where
if I grew up like in the 2000s, 2010s, I would have been ready to tap dance and like just do whatever they wanted. Because like remember when Lil Yachty was in like a Target commercial?
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw a rapper do a Target commercial. We would have been like a fucking sellout. That's some sellout shit. And then all of his fans on social media were like, yo, congratulations. Like he got the bag. He got the Target bag.
Yeah, but that's how you learn. We already learned how important it is to get the bag. So that's why.
Yeah, but like
back then it wasn't like that yet.
But they were focusing on the bag, and I was still focusing on
keeping it real.
You sold out.
Yeah.
But it was kind of downhill for him after that.
No, he wrote a lot of shit after that.
He wrote, but he wasn't like the face of nothing no more. Like you know what I'm saying? Like after you do a Target commercial with I don't know, Kelly Clarkson, whoever the fuck was in there.
The little cold like Minnesota song, and he was like on the piano.
Yeah,
man. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, but there's
just some things you can't bounce back from.
But that's the way. That's why I love Kevin Hart, because he'll do a Target commercial, but then he'll go do Gilly's podcast. He knows how to keep it balanced, right? He'll do. He did Drink Champs. He did Gilly's podcast. He did. He'll still pop up at all the comedy clubs. Yeah. He doesn't have to. Right, but he keeps it balanced. I mean, he shows up with a lot of people.
It's like Cipha Sounds. He does
security.
He does the Breakfast Club, and then he does this balance.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked you want to do this podcast.
I don't know why.
For the third time.
He's hanging out with Charlamagne, DJ Envy, Angelique, and then
yo, thank God, because you grew up in Myra, you keep it too real.
Keep it real.
Podcast is great.
When was the last time you could sit around a bunch of DJs and just talk about DJ shit?
Nah, I haven't done it all in a while.
Really?
I'm a little out of the loop. I'm actually about to make my comeback soon.
Oh, you gonna come out to DJ?
Yeah, I'm about to make my comeback. Here's my problem.
If you do a comeback though, can you come on the show and we can market?
On my comeback?
Yeah, on your comeback.
This is the start. Yo, guys, I got a big announcement.
That's what it is.
Yo, y'all ready? D Miles?
What is it?
Never?
Yeah.
Crooked Jamie?
Yeah.
I came on your show to tell you that Cipha Sounds is coming back to DJ.
Is this right now? Is this the announcement?
Everybody watching is like, who gives a fuck?
I think it's a big deal.
I had I still DJ. And I even DJ with I have DJ part of my comedy act.
Yeah, it's crazy.
One of the best ones.
It's great.
It's crazy.
What you do with Shay is amazing.
Yeah. But I have this DJ set that I do with stand-up comedy. But the thing is, I'll never be able to do a special because I wouldn't be able to clear all those songs with that set. So that's always like what I like to call it is like, you got to come see me live to see me do this. Because you see me open for other people doing that.
Yeah.
But when I headline, I do that. You know what I mean?
But why don't you put it out on like TikTok or like social media?
Because then you don't have to come see me. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put a piece of it when I have it when it's touring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like promo clips from it. But I'm growing it.
I have a question. Like, do you like in your back of your head, are you putting together like a potential special?
Yeah. I have two things I'm putting together. Like a regular stand-up special.
Yeah.
And then like this crazy one-man show where I talk about all my old hip-hop stories and like
that's great.
Different situations I've had. So I'm working on both of those things.
That sounds pretty ill.
Yeah, it's dope.
So when you do the special and you release a special, it's like basically in the comedy world, you can never do that material again, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to. No.
It's like water.
Yeah, it's backwards from music.
It's literally the other way around.
Can't perform the hits.
Yeah, music you can't perform the hits. Music is you work in the studio. You put out the album and then you tour with the album.
Right.
Everybody wants to see Kendrick live because the album was dope. You want to see him live, do the album and whatever, all his hits.
Well, this year his album wasn't dope, but
you didn't like it?
one.
Oh my god,
He's a Kendrick hater, bro.
He didn't like it.
He
You
doesn't
liked
like
it?
Kendrick.
No, I loved it.
Wait, you loved the new album?
Yeah.
How many songs you play off of that new album?
He doesn't have to play it too loud.
It's not that type of album.
Yeah, I could play Die
What
Hard
type of
all day.
album is it?
Cricket.
Where do you listen to that album?
That's how Cricket ranges. If you can't play in the club, it's a whack
No,
album.
no. I'm saying when you don't have a situation that you in life that you want to hear the music, like what situation would I be in where I'd be like, now's the time for me to hear some Kendrick
When I
that
drive-
new album.
Wait, Kendrick in general?
No,
or the
that new album.
What do you mean? Like if you're in the crib?
Wait, were you talking about the song when he's like him and his girl are fighting?
I love that song, bro.
Why do you like that song?
That's the point about the Kendrick album. To me, is an audio movie. You know what I mean? It's like an audio play. It's like it's not a regular album where you like. Yeah, it's not really a shuffle album, but it's like watching an ill art piece performance. Not everything has to be fucking Migos, yo. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think that either. But I think there has to be some type of like, it has to be like audibly pleasant to some degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you have too much of a DJ ear on it.
He says that about hip hop, but R&B he'll go front to back in the album and he calls it great.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the hip hop. He scans it. He doesn't.
No, I
find
don't think. I feel like he's like a Miles Davis, where sometimes when we like, instead of performing,
You're saying good things.
You call it Miles Davis.
the thing is like, instead of performing like how he thinks it will audibly like, this would sound sonically nice on this song. I think he's going too deep and he's trying to be like, nah, I got to try something different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like he's like, let me try this avant-garde thing. And let me rap and sound like I'm crying.
I agree with what you're saying, but I look at that as a good thing, where it sounds like you're looking at it as a bad thing.
I'm looking at a thing like, this is cringe and I don't want to listen to it. Yeah. I'm like washing dishes and I'm listening to this motherfucker like cry and like do some shit. Remember that song he had with Lil Wayne? I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he's starting to cry on the fucking song. And then I was like, yo.
You have some trauma. You probably need to deal with it. You're not. He's touching a button in your soul where you're
he's
like,
just doing too much. No, I'm picturing if I was one of the people in the studio, I'd be like, yo, try another way. Try it the regular way.
Listen, if he wanted to go on stage and do a half hour of just hits, he would fucking destroy.
Of course.
Or even an hour.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm just gonna do Good Kid, Mad City, Butterfly, and damn hits. Right?
Wait, Butterfly? You like that album?
Yeah. You don't like To Catch a Butterfly?
To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly. No, I like
To Catch
I would
a
love
Butterfly.
To Catch a Butterfly.
Wait a minute. I would love.
Wait, I'm not talking about Kendrick anymore.
If Kendrick named his album To Catch a Butterfly,
Then you would
I
like
would love it. Because then I'd be like, this is I like it.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
He's getting vulnerable.
Wait, you like Damn?
Huh?
You like Damn?
I like Damn.
Damn.
I feel like Top Dog on, To Pimp a Butterfly, they were like, he's like, let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, you do it. And then like that didn't work. Let's hit him with something a little harder. I feel like they took over.
Work.
I don't think it worked.
What do you mean didn't work?
I mean, All Right was an amazing song, right? That was from that album.
Yeah.
Insane, amazing song. And then everything else was, I listened to that album over and over and over again. Because I'm like, why don't I like this?
See, the funny
Do you
thing
know
is,
what I'm saying? Like, I studied that album. That was one of the first albums in the 2010s that I started realizing, some of these artists ain't consistent.
Pimp a Butterfly has some of my favorite Kendrick records on it, though.
Like These Walls or some shit?
Yeah.
That's a good record.
It's not bad.
Black of the
song.
Berry,
Yeah.
Mortal Thought, like this.
It's I is on there.
Eyes
right?
on there.
I
King Kunta.
I don't like King Kunta.
I don't know about that.
I don't like King Kunta. I like it.
We tried to run that in the club too.
Yeah.
But goddamn, that's what I hate. I don't like. I'm trying to make this shit work.
No, but King
And
Kunta.
like, I feel like he's playing me. You know,
King
what I mean?
Kunta felt like
It could have worked.
no. Everything about it was like it should work.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
quite
it
work.
was that BPM range where we don't have a lot to work
110,
with.
108.
So
At the time,
we was like force feeding it. Probably more than
I feel like it was the time when Blem came out or something, right?
Yeah, right around the same time.
Yeah,
Because that was another. I'm like, what are these records that we're trying to play? Then the Blem's not working either.
Blem had a weird BPM.
I was like really mad at some of these artists.
I tell you this: when DJing became not my main source of income,
you listen to music different.
It completely changed.
All right.
I remember when I was like, oh, I don't have to listen to this album to try to find the single and also the underground banger that works in, like, you know, when you go to the hood and you got to play the other joints. I didn't have to look for that. No, I just listened to albums. And I was like, oh, I missed this because this is what made me love hip hop as a kid. Listening to the entire Illmatic. But now, you know, not now, but when you're on the radio or you're DJing clubs, you're like, what's the 3 songs that, you know, because now it's easy to tell because like the 3 Drake songs out of the hottest songs are going to be all over TikTok, all over the DJ pool, top 10 lists. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to figure out. We used to have to figure that out on our own.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we used to do word of mouth. Like me and Flex, well, not Flex used to have a rule. Flex used to be like, if I hear a record 3 times before I go from my house to the radio station, that's a record.
That's a hit.
That's a joint I got to play. You know what I mean? So like Friday night, he's driving from his house to, you know, the radio station, and at a red light in Harlem, he'll hear, you know, some song, and he'll be like, I got to get that on. It's playing off the album.
I mean, you know what? I agree with you though, that I don't know how to shut off.
Yeah, it's hard.
That critical thinking of, I'm literally categorizing almost every song.
Yeah.
And I'm finding everything wrong with the song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I can't help but be like, why did they mix it down like this?
Yeah.
Why did they arrange it like this? Or even the Beyonce album, when I first heard it for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she stole the arrangement from Weekend, where she made it kind of like a mixtape.
Right.
Where it sounded like it was nonstop.
Oh, yeah,
the music didn't stop.
Yeah.
But I heard that for the first time when Weekend did it.
Yeah.
You know, so I was just like, all right, you know, and I'm already analyzing things.
Yeah.
And then these things like affect.
Nah, they don't, but regular people don't think about that shit like that.
That's the problem.
We do.
So when I'm listening to Kendrick and I'm hearing this and I'm skimming through, I'm like, well, you know, what situation am I playing this song? And I'm like,
is there any songs you play in the club?
Die Hard for sure. That's the joint with
when do you play that? When the doors open.
Early.
You can play
The first song of the night.
There's no hits off Kendrick out.
He plays it so
you can play N95.
He plays it so security could come up like, yo, man, that's my shit right there.
You killed it tonight.
You can play N95 and you can play Silent Hill and Die Hard.
Nah, you reaching right now.
I don't think you play any of the last song or the last album. Like anything.
I still play Die Hard.
Ladies don't want to hear that.
Ladies do.
Wait,
just because
what
of
about
Blast,
Never?
though.
At Delilah's tonight, you could play something. Because there's more of a
Never
restaurant
could play
vibe.
Die Hard.
I play a lot of Drake because Drake is one of the owners of the line.
He's like, I gotta keep my job. Here goes Blem.
I mean, I do wish I could hear music the way you're hearing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's my problem. This is what I was about to tell you. Guys, I make my big announcement.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Getting back.
Sponsored by Monster.
The game needs you, man.
Here's my problem though.
Yeah.
As a DJ, but not of active. I'm more like not retired.
You're a pop-up. You're like a pop-up DJ.
Bro, if I do a party for whatever, like any corporate event, charity event, or if Dave Chappelle's like, we're gonna do a big after party, I rock more than anybody. I still got it.
Right.
But I know if
you
I'm
rock
doing
harder than Trauma, that's Dave Chappelle's DJ.
1,000%. I'll tell him to his face. I'll battle Trauma any day. But I love Trauma.
Yeah.
But I know what his crowd is, and I know what Dave wants.
Right.
Which I could close my eyes.
What does
and do
Dave
that.
want? Just in case some DJs from other cities are listening, and then Dave Chappelle walks in.
Like 90s
Tribe Quest.
Wu-Tang, Tribe, De La, Mos, Common, all that stuff mixed with like Erykah Badu, but then also new shit too. But like he loves Kendrick, so all the Kendrick. He even likes like you could throw on like what's the kid from Detroit?
Big Sean?
No, the weird. He's kind of weird. Danny Boy.
Oh yeah, Danny Brown.
Danny Brown, stuff like that. But then he also like Dave is like all like when the Kanye albums dropped, like a few albums back, like the ones with Kid Cudi, like someday,
Kids See
someday,
Ghosts?
yeah, all that shit,
Kids
right?
See Ghosts, yeah.
Yeah, Kids See Ghosts, all that. So I know all that. I can rock that easily. My problem is right now, I wouldn't be able to do
A club.
Well, with the new shit.
What you're saying is literally it's backpack rap in different eras.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
but also party shit too, though.
yeah.
Like,
Well, he likes Yin Yang Twins. He like probably all that.
yeah, but even like
down south shit.
Even like 50 Freeway, Lean Back, Fat Joe. Like I rock all that shit. Like I know how to do all of that.
Well, we have good news for you. Go ahead, Crooked. Oh, that all that shit's the hot shit now.
Right. So, but I don't know. Like I know I got all the Bad Bunny shit. I keep downloading. I have all the new music.
How was your Latino like reggaeton game and dembow game?
It's good. I have it all. I don't know how to put it together. You know what I mean? I don't know which songs go good with which song.
You don't know where to take out the song, mix out of the song. You don't know where to mix it in. Right.
Exactly.
That just takes time.
No, I'm gonna go.
Are you you're coming back?
Yeah, me and Flex had a long couple of talks. We got a whole plan coming.
Wait, what is it? Wait, so who initiated? I feel can I just say something?
Yeah.
I feel like
Don't say nothing about Nigerians.
No. I feel like what planted the seed for this was you packing up all your records in your basement when you were moving it from your house. I feel like you started seeing the music and the history.
No.
And you started seeing all these things.
No.
So it's like, Ciph like moved houses. He sold his house. He went to another house. And in his basement were like, I don't know how many crates. Maybe
a lot.
Bro, a bunch.
like 300 crates.
Bro, I ended up counting 18,000 records.
18,000.
Yeah.
And unlimited Bape shirts.
Unlimited.
From what I saw.
Unlimited.
And you were doing that for like 3 weeks? I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That was dope too.
He was packing up all his records, and he had like these custom shelves built. Like,
Nah, those are just IKEA shelves.
are they?
Yeah.
Some of them look like they were built in the crevice of the wall. and
Yeah,
shit.
I would cut them and I'd
It was a little
customize
janky.
them.
It was a little janky.
Yeah. Oh, super janky.
But he kept going. He kept going on.
Bro, I bought that house when I was like 22 years old, bro.
Damn.
I just do some
that must
IKEA
be
shelves.
worth a lot. That was over the time.
What was it at? What borough?
It was in Hackensack, New Jersey.
Oh, it's in Jersey.
Yeah. So then the COVID made all the prices of houses go up in the suburbs because everybody was moving out the city. I was like, man, I'm gonna sell. I never sold it because I didn't want to move the records. I just would rent it out.
But the price was too crazy.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
You had to do it.
Yeah, the real estate lady was like, I just want to tell you the houses in that neighborhood are comping for this much, and they're not even as nice as yours. And I was like, all right, let me just sell this shit.
Wow.
But I didn't want to move the records. That was literally the reason why I never sold it.
How many trucks? Like, I feel like you could have filled 2 trucks.
No, it was one big truck.
One container.
Yeah, one big Roadway Moving. Shout out to Roadway Moving, bro. They did it right. They did, man. They came in there. I was like, this is gonna take forever. 4 dudes came down there, like hundreds of boxes out.
Don't you think you were looking through the records? Because he was on Instagram telling stories of the records and how he broke the record.
No, COVID fucked it up. Because before COVID, I would still go out all the time. I would literally leave a comedy show and go to One Oak, go to Avenue, go to what was that other shit on
Up and
14th
Down.
Street? Up and Down. I would stay in the clubs and I would know what was hot and I would make sure I had it and had it in a playlist. And if they ever asked me to DJ, I just didn't love the club scene at that time. But I was in it. I was still like, people be like, why you go out so much? I'm doing my research. Like DJs always gotta hear what's going on, and I don't play enough to know what's in and out, so I gotta go hear it. And then COVID fucked it up, and I didn't keep on top of it. And then I found myself, I was like, oh, if somebody asked me to DJ right now, it would be like, is it a 2000s party? Because I'll murder it.
I mean, 2000s is like
It's the hot right
It's
now.
good right now, yeah.
and you're lucky because
It's perfect timing.
You're
Yeah,
lucky
perfect.
because there's not that many hits to like
New
pick
music
from.
hits.
Right.
Remember, there used to be like maybe in a year there'd be like 20 hits from hip hop, like 10 or 15
Yeah.
R&B. You know,
Like, what's the hottest clubs? What's the hottest records right now?
like F&F for hip hop.
Yeah.
F&F, Rich Flex with like 21 Savage and Drake. But it's maybe like 5 or 6 songs or 8
Really?
songs. That
But it's
you
not
get.
like when Fetty
not a
Wap
lot,
came
man.
out and it was like a flood of Fetty
Yeah.
Wap, and it was not like that anymore.
But there's so much music right now.
Yeah, but nothing's.
But nothing's like staying.
They don't hit in the club.
It's not palatable to the club.
Really?
Yeah. Especially like bottle service clubs.
Latin hits though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Latin hit.
That's the
Bad Bunny.
Are you- but you're on
what's
top
the
of the
biggest
Bad
Bad
Bunny?
Bunny? What do you mean?
I like. Do you know his music? Do you know what it hits? Could you do a Bad Bunny set?
No.
Have you witnessed like over the past 2 years since 2020? Right.
Yeah.
There's been like crazy Bad Bunny requests. Have you seen this in person?
Yes. I'll go out and I hear it, but I don't know the name of it, and I don't know what other 3 songs you play after that, right? Bro, I was in a club in Miami with Bobby Trends. I forgot the name of the club. It was all Latin. He had to play 4 hours of Latin. And bro, I was in the corner Shazamming like, ooh, what's this one? What's this one?
But did you see everyone requesting the Bad Bunny and shit? Or
Yeah, that's like right when his album came out. And then he got the one, what's the one fast one that sounds like a merengue song?
yeah.
Titi.
No, Plaza.
No.
Playas.
Oh, La Playa?
Yeah, Playa, yeah. That.
West La Playa.
But the Didi one's fire.
Titi one's fire.
Did you see when people like request Bad Bunny like this?
No.
You never seen that?
I hate that, bro.
That's been the biggest thing for DJs right now.
For the last 2 years.
What?
Just Bad Bunny requests.
Like that with the phone, like
Put their
on your
whole- like,
face.
play
yeah,
Bad Bunny?
to the point where you could be playing Bad Bunny and they're still requesting Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
That's great.
And they'll boo you.
It's like you gotta get on the microphone and be like, you know what? Don't come up to the DJ booth. I'm gonna play Bad Bunny.
No one's done that though.
I've done this.
Really?
No, yeah. Let me tell you what I
And the crowd go crazy. They go, yeah.
I'm like,
you
we'll get to the Bad Bunny.
You've done that?
Yeah, I've announced that too.
Because people come to
Bro.
the booth with the fucking phones. I'm like, you know what? But don't come to the booth. I'm gonna play Bad Bunny tonight. And motherfuckers be like, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said I ain't playing no fucking Bad Bunny.
No.
I was like
Bro,
that. That's like shitting on a Latino person's face.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
Bro, my comedy career comes from me DJing. Because I used to say funny shit while DJing. And then people would be like, you're funny. So I was like, maybe I should try to do this, right? But in the early days before I was doing stand-up, I would be in a club and some girl, I used to be disrespectful, yo. Like a girl would be like, yo, play whatever, 50, make sure you play 50. And I used to stop the music. And I'd be like, hey, Blondie, it's 12:30 in a nightclub in New York City. Do you think I'm not gonna play 50? And she's like, no, but I want to hit it. I'm like, it's not time yet. And the music's off. Everybody's staring at me. I'm like, I want to ask you a question. Do you
And
feel
you're taking
stupid?
your time. You're taking your time.
You probably feel stupid asking for 50. Like, play in the club. Can play in the club. It's my friend's birthday. Like, do you think I'm not going to play it? Like, do you know who I am? Do you know? No. Do you know? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're from out of town. She's like, no, stop. Like, you know I'm Cipha Sounds, right?
Really famous in New York.
I'm very famous in New York.
Very famous.
Seriously, do you think I'm not gonna play it? Like, are you retarded? You know what I mean? And I would go on, and people would be dying, except her. She was
Except
very
Blondie.
upset. But I'm like, I don't understand what they think. Like, we're not gonna play the hits.
I feel like everyone's saying that the requests are worse now. There's like all the DJs are complaining. They're like everyone on Twitter saying it's the worst it's ever been.
Well,
It's
what
like
are they requesting?
They're just super aggressive and entitled, and it's like
that's
really.
I can see
it's
that.
like phones in your face while you're DJing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's like really like obnoxious and but just entitled.
Take the phone.
You can't do that.
No, there's literally a video of a girl putting her phone in the DJ's face,
Yeah.
and stuffing it in his face.
Yeah.
He's hitting it away and she's stuffing.
Yeah.
He calls security and then she plays victim. Like,
Right.
oh, like look, he was like harassing me.
All you DJs that listen to this podcast, for one, don't say anything bad about Nigeria. Two, just start being funny. Just take the phone. Like, I can't, like, act like you can't see it. Like, look, take the phone
Yeah.
and then call her mom with the phone and put it on speaker and leave the phone on the thing. Call her mom or call somebody like look for write sneaky link in the search and then call it. Yeah, like, yo, you want to bring your phone up here? It's going to get dealt with.
My whole thing is I've actually taken people's phones and just left it there and held it for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Confiscated.
Yo, I feel like nowadays they wild out. They'll wild the fuck out.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, I just think it's different now. Like, I think I used to do that maybe like 3, 4, 5 years ago.
How are they going to wild out?
I don't know. I feel like
Do you guys not have goons anymore?
What, Wait, in the DJ booth?
Are there no more goons?
No more goons.
Nah, man.
There's no more goons?
No more goons.
No goons.
Yo, the goons went away when we didn't need people carrying our record crates.
Oh, no. I'm making my second announcement. The return of the goons. You gotta have goons with you.
Nah.
Why not?
What are they gonna do? Put chloroform on her face and like stuff her in the corner?
Get a different kind of goon.
You can't do shit like that no more. The fact that I even take her phone is like she could probably call the cops on some shit.
With what phone?
I don't with her friend's phone or whatever the fuck.
With what phone?
You know,
you guys gotta get more creative, yo.
I heard it's
Stop
really
spending 100 hours a day thinking of the mashup you could do and start finding ways to fuck with people.
I always say I don't know who you're talking about. When they're like, play Bad Bunny, I'm like, who's that? And they'll be like, what? I'm like, yeah, I just have fun with it.
Yeah.
For the most
Who?
Yo, so Ciph.
I don't speak Spanish.
So Ciph, I have the perfect record for you to start your career, your DJ career.
Yeah.
So I just
Thank
released a song.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So with
Is
all
it
these
Afro beats?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
It's reggaeton.
Okay.
So I'm Korean. Right,
Yeah.
from New York.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So anyway, all these Bad Bunny requests has been going crazy.
Yeah.
And in my head, I had this shit in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like Bad Bunny, like they're always saying play Bad Bunny, play Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
So then finally, I made a song. Shout to Trace. Trace made the beat.
Who?
DJ Trace.
Amazing DJ. He won like the Red Bull Freestyles. He's from DC.
I don't know that word.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, the Monster 3 style.
I forgot. Yeah, you can't say Red Bull.
Sips on this Monster energy drink.
Anyway, he won the 3 style.
Yeah.
And he produced the beat, and I kind of like, I pulled all these samples for him. So, I grew up in New York, so I know Puerto Rican shit.
Yeah.
I know like the coquis, right? The coqui, like the frogs.
Yeah.
I know what do you call that? Calle 13, Atrévete, when he had the horns in that one song. And then Tego, like Tego Calderon, I know all that shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, we need to make this like the most Puerto Rican anthem ever.
Right. A Korean.
Yeah,
Korean Puerto Rican anthem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a lot of nerve. I could get canceled.
No, you can't. That's like one of those, one of those Afro Latino, Chino Latino restaurants in New York.
Chino Latino.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them there.
The Cuban Latino restaurant.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
No, there's a Dominican.
Yo.
When you go in there and the Chinese guys are speaking straight Dominican Spanish or Cuban Spanish, it's the best.
You get like General Tso's chicken with like rice and beans and shit. Like it's
The
all
best.
messed up.
It's a Dominican sushi spot. What is it called? Mama Sushi?
Wait, in New York?
Yeah.
Oh no, I never heard that.
No.
Wait, that's Dominican sushi?
There's this father and son, El Chinito and El Tigre, and then
That's fucking great.
they're from Japan, but they're Dominican as fuck. They speak Spanish and everything.
Is it good?
Yeah, from what I've heard.
From what you've heard.
And then there's another spot called Mama Sushi, which is hookah and sushi, but it's all run by Dominicans.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't feel bad making this.
You know, it's in the Bronx.
Anyway, so I put this together.
Yeah.
And Trey's helped me. He's like amazing producer, made the beat.
Yep.
And then, but I needed a vocalist.
Right.
All right. So like,
Mark Anthony.
Yeah. Well, I needed a vocalist, and I was like,
Mark Anthony.
He said Mark Anthony.
but no one like, I would tell people, I was telling everyone, I was like, yo, play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
I need a girl to say it.
Right.
Because all the girls are requesting it.
Right.
So like, I'm singing it, so no one wants to help me make this record. No one wants to go on the record.
Who did it?
So no one wants to go on the record.
Yeah.
So remember, you were here last night, and I want to take you to that Latin hood party.
Yeah.
That's like the dopest Latin party in Vegas.
Yeah.
Altura.
It's called Altura. And the guys in charge are AR and DJ Exile. It's their party. So I hit up Exile. I'm like, yo, I got this song. So, and it's really bad. Like, I actually made a reference track but it's me doing it. But I sped up my voice, so it sounds horrible. So it's like, even if I play it for somebody, they're gonna be like, "This sounds like shit." Like I can't even picture how this song would go.
Right.
But he was like, "Yo, the dude who hosts, our party, he's from Puerto Rico. He's Puerto Rican."
Yeah.
And he makes songs and I was like, "Oh shit, let me hit him up." I hit him up, and he heard it, and he was like, "No, I kind of get what you're trying to do." And I was like, do you know a girl that could do this? He's like, "Yeah, like I actually have a girl who actually does like a couple skits on the records, but I think she could do this. I think she could do this." So then they did it.
Why didn't you just ask me? I could have got you somebody.
I didn't know. I don't want to bother you.
He was in
about
the
this
car
shit,
needing the sky for you. You fucked up.
I mean, yo, and I want to play this for you because you've broken all these records, right? You're responsible for Oye Mi Canto, right? Nina Sky. You're responsible for Rick Ross, right?
Hustler.
BMF. Oh, Hustler, right?
Hustling,
Yeah. So I want you to hear this, and I want your honest opinion on this shit. All right? So I'm gonna play this shit for you. Am I selling this okay?
Yes, you sound perfect.
Yeah, go ahead.
And let me know if there's a song you would play when you would break.
My great return to DJing.
This is a great return.
If you was on Hot 97, if you would run this song.
If Crooked come into you and showed it to you and gave it to you, tell me what you think.
All right.
Play Bad Bunny, yo quiero Bad Bunny. 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 Play Bad Bunny, yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Tú quieres perreo.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Who's that? Is that you?
Quiero Bad Bunny.
So that's Yoel. That's the Puerto Rican dude. And he's
the
rapping
guy,
this.
the guy who works at the party.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
So I had these lyrics, but like I had some lyrics for him, but then he was like, "Yo, I'm do some other shit." So this is him doing some other shit.
Okay, go ahead.
Perreo.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Toma perreo.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Tú quieres perreo.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Toma perreo.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Tú quieres perreo.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Toma perreo.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Perreo, papi, perreo.
Bien duro.
Perreo, papi, perreo.
Pues dale.
Perreo, papi, perreo.
Bien duro.
Perreo, papi, perreo.
Pues dale.
DJ, con el permiso, tú coges request. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Ponme una Bad Bunny, please. Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
That's pretty much it.
Yo, the way she says please is like perfect.
It's perfect, right?
That's you get this little sad look like please.
Yeah. And she has that authentic Puerto Rican accent.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, mami, ven, mami, ven. Dominicana, mami, ven, mami, ven. Colombiana, mami, ven, mami, ven. La mexicana, mami, ven, mami, ven. Puerto Rico, mami, ven, mami, ven.
Great.
Dominicana, mami, ven, mami, ven. Colombiana, mami, ven, mami, ven. La mexicana, mami, ven, mami, ven.
Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Ponme una Bad Bunny, please.
What you think?
It's great, yo.
Nah, real talk.
Is it finished?
Yeah,
I mean, this is what it is. It's like a party break, you know?
Yeah, it's a party break.
It's like something they could play and then go into Bad Bunny, or like they could just, they could even just loop the beginning and then do whatever they
Play a
want.
Bad
with it.
Bunny song.
Right. Okay. I love it as a DJ record.
Yes.
As a producer, I would have added a little more just vocal harmony stuff, just like little things. But it's fire.
That's like a party break. Like
it's fire.
Yeah.
It's
on
fire.
On some like 2022 DJ cool, but like a
100%.
reggaeton version.
100%.
Okay. So I get the Cipha Sounds approved.
Yeah, that's a no brainer. That's so easy.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing an English version?
I don't think I don't want to do an English version. You know, like
wait, how would you do an English version?
No, like I don't like when I go to R.O.A.D, right? They're like, it's just dope. Like I feel like I'm being transported. You know, this is the one thing
I should have went.
You should have went. You know what? And you know what, man? Like when you go to a West Coast Latino party, it's so different from the East Coast. Because the East Coast, I feel like they go so deep into dembo.
It's all Caribbean.
You're doing dembo for like 30 minutes, you know, and then you're doing like reggaeton for 30, you know. But in the West Coast,
they play more of everything.
Yo, like you're hearing like cumbia.
Yeah.
You're hearing dembo. You're hearing like banda.
Yeah, you won't hear that in New York.
Yeah, it's like it's more open format Latino music. Yeah. So it's like it's more fun because you're hearing like even like I don't even think New York is playing guaracha. or like Latin tech house?
Nah.
What,
I mean, I don't know because I haven't been out, but I don't think so.
Yeah, but I wanted you to experience that. But like, there's some Latin parties I went to in LA and some in New York, and even when the dude's talking in English on a mic, it don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfucker got to sound like it's just more authentic when they speak in Spanish. But yeah, I think an English version of this would sound weird. Cause like, what word would you use for perreo?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he would want in English.
I'm not even saying it right. Perreo.
Perreo.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Is it the form of dance? Is like the wine, like the dance hall shit, but like the Spanish one.
It's like wine twerk.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I didn't know how to name.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love watching that.
I actually want to make a faster version.
Yeah.
Of this.
I would.
That's a 98.
I would 98. I wanted to do a Dembo version.
Yeah, but that's easy.
Get Alex Sensation to do the remix.
Yeah. Well, I love all of these all these producers, these Latin producers.
I would put out the acapella.
I was gonna send motherfuckers stems if they wanted.
Yeah.
Like certain producers that I really like.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, here's the stems. Fuck with it.
Because even like you could put that over a Bad Bunny song, like in the intro, you know.
If someone didn't want to fuck with it like that, but actually, I wanted to play y'all the demo because the demo's so bad.
Yeah,
I want to hear the demo.
Yeah, play us.
And it's me with like a sped up voice.
Play it.
All right, I kind of got to get out of here, but
Oh, you do?
no, go ahead, play. No, go ahead.
No, you really got to get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, go ahead,
Oh yeah,
play
you
it.
got to prepare for the shit, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Copy.
Yeah, I thought he was like, yo. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
What are you?
Play
This is
Bad
me.
Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Play Bad Bunny.
But you see what motherfuckers have to work with, right?
Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Play Bad
It actually doesn't sound horrible.
It sounds pretty bad.
Okay, it sounds better with the music.
Bunny. Play Bad
It don't sound that bad,
It
man.
just sounds auto-tuned.
And then I did the dudes. I did some of the lyrics with the dude.
Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad. Yo quiero Bad.
I did wait.
Ay, DJ.
That's me.
DJ. Mira, DJ. Hello.
Hello.
You're worried about not getting canceled, and then this is what you do.
You know this shit is fucked up when I'm going, mira.
Perreo, mami, ven.
Yeah, I did.
Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
Colombiana, perreo, mami, ven.
That's you?
Yeah.
Can you send me that version?
No, I know I'm getting this version.
Sorry, what are you playing it off of?
Serato.
Play both at the same time.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you should take your demo and put it under the girl, even if you put it low.
Oh, like double up the voices.
Yeah, because that'll give it the little extra sound underneath.
Oh, so you think it's missing like an electronic kind of, or like a
I didn't know.
digital?
I wouldn't say electronic. It just needed another layer of harmony, like another layer of. Bro,
Yeah.
when Little John does his vocals, he stacks like 15 tracks. You know what I mean? That one sounded like it had maybe 2 or 3.
Right.
Like you gotta fill it up more because the thing is, you're not creating a song with lyrics and melody, which is what grabs people. So on the other side, like Lil Jon didn't have the greatest lyrics of all time. He wasn't a lyricist, but he made the record sound so big because he layered it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why when you hear Lil Jon records, they sound so powerful. Like when you play that, that 05 set or whatever, where he's screaming, it's so thick because he layered it so many times. Just do it right now. You can do it. Just play both.
I think they're different speeds.
What do you mean?
But you gotta go.
Pitch it up. You have the software in front of you. Is that the new one?
Hold on, let me do it.
Y'all fuck with stems?
You fucking with it? Shit.
I fuck with stems.
I mess with it, but I haven't upgraded to the new version.
You didn't try it in a club yet?
Nah.
I'm wondering how many horrible mixes DJs are doing now. Here we go.
Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny. Play Bad Bunny.
Oh, one is faster than the other. Hold on.
No, do it on beat. Or something like that. It doesn't have to be your demo, but like put another.
Play Bad Bunny. Yo quiero Bad Bunny.
I hear what you say. I don't. Maybe I do.
Well, guys, thank you for having me.
Damn,
I
man.
appreciate you.
We ain't never had nobody in the show.
Huh?
He ended the show for
No,
us.
you can keep going. I'm gonna leave though.
No.
You can keep going. You can continue on with this episode.
It's crazy because like we didn't even talk about the Dave Chappelle shit that he had all these great stories. We went to like breakfast one night like at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. and he was telling me all these great stories of Dave Chappelle. Like
you could have asked me. I've been here.
I know. I fucked up. We were talking about.
I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm here all week.
Yeah.
I'm here at the Comedy Cellar.
When are you back in Vegas next year? I love.
I'm here now. What's the problem?
Nothing. You gotta go, right?
I'm here. I'm in Vegas.
We can't record tomorrow though.
When do you leave?
Sunday.
I'm
always here. I just don't want to do your podcast every time because you're gonna be like, this guy's a loser.
Nah, not at all.
We'll pay you to be here every time you're here.
Yeah, there's these great Dave Chappelle stories.
No, I want to get you guys on one app. That's what we got to do.
That'd be an honor, bro.
We got to get you on.
Everyone's gonna be like, why are these guys on?
No, you know why? I'm telling you serious because I started. We were talking about stems. On One Up, we were talking about Serato. Like, we're thinking, like, oh, we're being too nerdy, DJ talk. And it was, like, one of our biggest episodes. Like, everyone loved it.
Yeah. And
Serato told us, like, Serato loved it. You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, that's what One Up is. It's really, like,
what we are saying,
in the culture.
Y'all love that, the concept.
Yeah, we were playing with it on the show.
Oh.
And we were taking, I was like, oh, get this song. And we were taking out the vocals and shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, where are you usually performing at in New York? What at the Comedy?
Comedy Cellar is my number one spot.
Comedy Cellar.
If you want to see me in New York, I got a whole new tour coming next year. I got an album, a comedy album coming out. Shout out to Monster Energy sponsoring my tour. I got a TV show coming out that I just did with LL Cool J on A&E called Hip Hop Treasures.
Shit.
I should have said all this before. I'm talking all this fucking stupid shit with y'all. I got a bunch of shit. DJ and comedy. It's all being comboed. It's going to be a dope package. I got all the vinyl parties I'm doing all across the country. It's called Bring 6 Crates. So I'm hiring goons in every town to come carry my crates.
Are you joking?
He's fucking around, guys.
Are you joking?
Yes. Yo, the Return of the Goons is coming, baby.
No.
Somebody might take your idea and do that shit.
What, Return of the Goons?
Yeah.
Please, we need goons.
Yo, Ciph, next time you're in Vegas, please come back. Please.
Everybody is soft because they're goonless.
Because they're goonless?
Please come back next time.
I'll be back.
And bring the goons.
For appearance
Can I
number
bring
4.
some goons
Bring
next
the
time?
goons.
Bring
Yeah.
some goons.
Yo, one time, let me tell you a quick story. I gotta go. Listen, I was in Buffalo, right? I went to do a comedy show Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I get to Buffalo. I make a little video out the window because it was a high school letting out. And I was like, look at all these ghetto Buffalo kids, yo. Look at these future Griselda members. And I tag Griselda, right? So Westside Gun hits me back right away on DM. He's like, yo, you in the town? He goes, what you need? You need smoke? You need smoke? You need something else? He goes, security? And I hit him back. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Wait, do I need security? So then I go, actually, I need somebody to videotape. You know anyone who can videotape? Bro, I got a call in 5 minutes. This guy called me. He's like, yo, Gun told me to call you. You need somebody to videotape something? I said, yeah, comedy show. So 2 guys came Thursday night. 1 camera guy and 1 goon.
With like a legit camera.
Yeah, really. He was like, he shoots all the Griselda videos.
Oh, shit.
So he came, he shot me Thursday night. Friday night, it was like 8 dudes. And they're like, yo, can we bring some of the homies in? I said, yeah, I'll get them in. So I got them in. That's the first show Friday. The second show, like 6 more goons show up. They in the back. Then the next day, I swear to God, 20 Griselda Buffalo dudes showed up with the camera guy. And the owner of the club was like, the manager was like, yo, I said, yo, can I get them in? And he's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, there's room in the back. They all come in. The opening comedian goes, damn, son. I never seen anybody grow an entourage before. Bro, there was like 25 Griselda goons in the back. And it was right when what was the big song they had that came out? Dr. Birds. Remember? You don't play that?
I don't listen to Griselda.
No.
What's wrong with this guy? You don't listen to Griselda?
I appreciate it. I do. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. At Cipha Sounds, follow me. I'm your favorite DJ's favorite DJ. I'm your favorite comedian's least favorite comedian. Hit me up. I'm out here, and the return of Cipha Sounds coming 2023.
There you go. Nice. Cipha Sounds.
Yay.
If you want to watch more episodes from R.O.A.D Podcast, click either links on the left or the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new uploads throughout the week. Peace.